Just received this from B&H. Purchased it to try. My issue is that this is what I'd like to do. I'd like this to actually be my D drive. Now I'll explain what I mean by that. My C drive, which is where all my programs are stored, I think I have a 1 terabyte M.2 drive in there on the Corsair 1. And my second drive is a standard 2 terabyte mechanical drive. So the speed on that is probably about a little over 100 megabytes read and write. And I install all my programs on that D drive. Now, the reason I install it on that D drive is because of the fact that the D drive, because of the fact that the C drive, I don't want to run out of space. So the C drive, I use only for the OS. Everything else, my desktop, my downloads, everything goes to the D drive, which is 2 terabytes over the 1 terabyte M.2. I like to free up my C drive from installing anything on it. Some programs do install on it, like the OS for obvious reasons, and some programs don't even give you the options to switch to drive. But if I do get the option to switch, I do install it on my D drive. So when I copy and paste to the desktop, I'm actually copying and pasting to my D drive, because I made the desktop also the D drive. You can do that on the users. When you right-click the file folders for the user, you can move the folders of the user to another drive if you like, to free up space on the C drive. Anyway, that being said, what I'd like to do is duplicate my D drive to this. And the reason for that is that I actually take, so EIDE drives back in the day, they actually didn't even have speed tests. They were just slow. I don't even remember ever purchasing them for that. I think the biggest thing was the seek time. But read and write, you just dealt with what you had. So this is a close-up look. Let me remove this little thing here. Get a close-up look at the actual drive itself. Comes with manual. I'll move this to the side. And 2 cables. Measure it. I think they're the same size, so I'll put them next to each other. About a foot long, just a foot. All right, close-up look at the drive. So black, matte, a little bit shiny. Little hook here, which would be pretty cool. I'm gonna hook it up to the my computer's in the cabinet, so I'll just put something so that I can hook it up to the top part of the cabinet. It feels nice. And the USB-C, which I really like USB-C out of all connections. Makes life so much easier. Let's measure it. Tiny. Wow, very tiny. 4 1/4. 2 1/4. Thickness, I'll go from the 2. 3/8. And so it's easy to put away. Now let's measure it, weigh it, sorry. Very light. Now let's try it out. I'll be using this will be the one I travel with. This will be the one that I will connect to my computer and leave permanently. Cool. Let's try it out. Let's do Blackmagic speed test on it and see what we get. Wow, it is up to almost a gig read and write, which I expected because I have the 3.1 USB 3 on my Corsair One. If I had a USB 3.2, I can get 2 gigs according to what I read. And everything is green. Beautiful. So I'm going to be able to work off of this. I'm going to just keep this going and see if the drive gets hot. I have it here. And like I said, I'm going to be hanging it off here. Oh, you know what? I might actually put it in one of these little hammock type things I have on the wall, just to keep it on. And again, I'll be able to take it off and on when I'm not using the computer and I'm running around. I can take it with me easily. Wow, this is fast. There's files in there for security, because I completely forgot to mention, you can encrypt this drive, which I probably will be doing. I'll be copying these files onto a USB drive, and I'll probably be hooking up like a ring, a key ring around this area here, or maybe a wire tie or something, and I'll hook up a USB, and I'll be, you know, regular USB drive, any USB drive like this. I'll be hooking it up to here, and I'll have the install files on here with me, so when I take it with another computer that doesn't have it, the security software, I can install it and I won't have any issues getting in. So that's another thing. I'd like to keep sensitive information here, but I'd like to encrypt it when I'm out and about with it, just in case I lose it. Supposedly the security software is very, very good. This is the actual properties of the drive. It's exFAT, which means you can read and write to it from Mac and Windows. 3.63 terabytes. Oh, and it doesn't have the 2 gig limit. See, even at 4 terabytes, you don't get the full 4 terabytes. All right, so let me see if I can clone it, try it out. I think I'm going to keep this drive. Definitely, it looks good. Let me show you what my current mechanical drive, the read and write, what it gives me. So this is the mechanical drive. So yeah, I get a little bit over 100. Definitely a huge upgrade. When I one of my programs that I use Corel to use Corel Video Studio to edit my videos. And the program, when I start it up, it takes a long time because of this drive. So I'm hoping that that will improve when I moved all the contents of the D drive to here. My C drive, like I said, is only 1 gig, so I'm using about 100 and something gigabytes. I'm sorry, 1 terabyte. My C drive is 1 terabyte, and I'm using about 135 gigs of program installs. So I'd like I said, because the D drive is larger, I install the programs there. I am currently using about 633 gigs, and this is a 2 terabyte. This is my D drive. This is the 2 terabyte drive, and I have a terabyte left over. So when I transfer everything over, it's only going to be using 633 gigs. So I should have about 3 terabytes left over for use for dropping and drag and my video files. I put them on my desktop. I put the files on my desktop that were on the SanDisk, and one is for Windows and one is for Mac. I'll be backing them up, you know, so I can use it. I can have a backup of the software if anything goes wrong. Plus, I need to put them on a USB drive. My idea to use it as a D drive, it's not gonna work. So there's certain old programs that I needed to install after I duplicated everything to here from the D drive with the Cronus. There were certain programs that I wanted to install afterwards to make sure that everything would work correctly in regards to the speed. Wow, it is getting kind of hot. And according to the speed, and I wanted to install, but the programs themselves recognized that this was a USB drive. The problem with having that as a USB drive is that it refused to install those programs. I think most up-to-date programs will install fine, but I was having some issue with some older programs that I have installing installing a running program that needs to go, you know, that is part of the operating system under the program files, onto a USB drive. Now, I know there are workarounds with that. With Windows, I've done that in the past, but I've had those issues get corrupted where I've made, let's say, cloud drives a local drive, because I would have the same issues with cloud drives, with Google Cloud Drive as a network drive. I would make it a local drive. So those were workarounds, but they didn't always work. Sometimes they got corrupted, they got messed up. So having this as a D drive is not going to work, but I am going to use it on an external drive. I'm sorry, I was hoping that my program files would run faster, but that's not going to be the case right now. So I'm just going to keep it plugged into my computer because I'm just noticing that it is getting pretty warm. Let me get my temperature sensor gun. So this is a body temperature, so it's not going to read it correctly, but you know, I'm going to just try my best. Let me see, I'm getting 105. This is not too warm up here right now, so let me put it over here on the side of the actual computer to get it's reading high. It's pretty warm, 105.9. It's not scientific, but it's 107. I'm running the Blackmagic speed test. I'm gonna leave it running for about half an hour to see how hot I can get this. Because I am concerned about the heat. I've heard about that, and yeah, it is hot. It's very hot. Okay, let me come back. I'm currently copying about 30 gigs. These are test files over, getting about 142 megabytes. I was hoping for a lot faster, just because of the fact that, you know, it reads and writes at 2000 according to the speed test on Blackmagic. It's a gig. Now I'm not running the actual speed test right now, and I'm getting about, okay, there we go. But it's going up and down, up. All right, 191, that's a lot better. I was hoping this was a lot faster. in real world usage, because this is how I will be using it, copying and pasting 70 gigs, 80 gig files. I mean, it is fast as an external drive, but I did want to use it as my D drive, including an external drive, and I explained that certain programs don't like to install on a USB external drive. So that's paused. Let's try this again. So according to this, it's copying over about 30 gigs in about 2 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty fast. It is pretty fast. I am concerned about the heating. It's very hot. I just, after a while, I mean, it is brand new, but after a while, is this going to be an issue? It's reading high. I don't have another, okay, 104, 107. This is not scientific, this is just to test if you have a fever, and I think it's pretty high. 108.9. My thing is that for the price, it concerns me that it's very warm, but it is very fast. I'm definitely gonna keep it. It's a definite keeper. It's gonna be my new external drive. I'm gonna replace that one with this one. It's double the speed. It's gonna be easy to use, and I'm gonna just use it for storage of my media when I'm out and about. It's warm, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm pretty sure, you know, it is a computer part, and computer parts do get warm. I am trying to sell the product to myself, and that's why I'm not making a big deal about the heat. I don't think it's a big deal. I've been trying to copy and paste to it and running this speed test. It does get warm, as you saw, 107, 108 degrees, but I think it's gonna be okay. It has a 5-year limited warranty, so hopefully if anything happens within the first couple of years, there should be no issues in getting a replacement, hopefully. I've never dealt with SanDisk warranty, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to do a quick speed test here. As you can see, it's pretty fast. I have USB 3.1. It's a USB port, USB-C port, Corsair 1. That works just fine. And I'm just gonna copy some files over. So let's look at a 1 gig file, see how long it takes to copy over. And let's yeah, that's pretty fast. Okay, this is gonna be that was a 1 gig file. Let's look at the 20 gig file. See how long that takes. 20 gig file took about 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Not bad. Let's try a 40 gig file. 2 minutes. You know what? It's going to be about 4 minutes. So it'll take a couple of minutes to move things over, as long as you have that USB-C port, which I do on my laptop. So it should be easy to move files back and forth. But I have to say, I'm going to keep it. Definitely keep it. It does get warm. But I guess I'm not going to worry too much about that, since I'm not using it as my D drive like I had planned. So I'm just going to keep it as an external drive. And it is really, really fast. I don't think I get this even on my C drive. Let me try my C drive. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I believe there's an NVMe drive in there. So let me do my C drive. But this is pretty fast for an external drive. We really have come a long way from USB 1.0, 1.1 to this new USB 3, USB-C 3.1 and 3.2. We've really come a long way. I can't do a Blackmagic speed test on my C drive. It's giving me a read error, but I believe it's around 1700 to 2000 read and write. It's pretty fast, the C drive, but I just don't have the space on it. That's the problem. It's only a 1 gig drive, so I'm dropping sometimes 500, 600 gigs, and I can't put it on my C drive. And so what I will be doing is actually dropping it on the external drive, and working off this drive on my computer. So I'm going to keep the mechanical drive as my program folder, and keep this one as an external drive, and use it when I go out and about, and use it on the computer. I'll be working off of it instead of having to drop it on the slow mechanical drive, or the I won't have to also drop it on the C drive, as the C drive, I don't want to fill it up with huge amounts of files. So I'll just work off of this 4 terabytes free space. Well, not free, but 4 terabytes of space, using it to work off my files. And I'll deal with the heat thing. I hope it's not a problem in the future. It does get warm, I will tell you that. But I'm no expert, I'm a regular guy. I found it to get hot. I don't usually have that issue, let's say with this one. But this one is double the speed, so that may be why this one is heating up so much more. All right, so that's just my opinion. Like I said, regular person. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the information. There's some detailed information at the end. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.
SanDisk 4TB Extreme Pro Portable SSD v2. BHC814TB, MFR SDSSDE81-4T00-G25. 07172022. Cost, $599.99. Purchased at B&H. In the box. SanDisk 4TB Extreme Pro Portable SSD v2. USB Type-C to C cable. USB Type-C to adapter. Limited 5-year warranty. Key features. 4 terabytes total storage capacity. USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type-C. Up to 2000 MBs read and write speeds. Bus powered. Show more. Take pro performance on the go with the 4 terabyte Extreme Pro Portable SSD v2 from SanDisk. Designed for durable performance, this 4 terabytes SSD boasts read and write speeds up to 2000 MBs via USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type-C connection. Keep files. SanDisk Extreme Pro External SSD Overview. SanDisk Extreme Pro Portable SSD. Take pro performance on the go with the 4 terabyte Extreme Pro Portable SSD v2 from SanDisk. Designed for durable performance, this 4 terabytes SSD boasts read and write speeds up to 2000 MBs via USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type-C connection. Keep files protected with 256-bit AES encryption, while IP55 dust and water resistance, drop proofing up to 6, and the aluminum chassis and silicon shell provide physical resilience. A carabiner clip allows for easy attachment to a bag or belt, making this SSD easy to transport. Bus-powered, the SanDisk Extreme Pro Portable SSD V2 comes with a USB Type-C to C cable and a USB Type-C to Type-A adapter. Tough enough to take with you. With up to 6 of drop protection and IP55 water and dust resistance, the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD ensures your data is ready when you need it. Furthermore, the aluminum chassis and durable silicon shell offer added protection to the drive's exterior. Put a lock on your files. Help keep private content private with the included password protection, featuring 256-bit AES hardware encryption. SanDisk Extreme Pro External SSD Specs. Storage capacity 4 TB. Connection 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2x2, USB Type-C. Read speed maximum, 2000 MBs. Write speed maximum, 2000 MBs. Pre-format none. Encryption 256-bit AES, hardware-based. Internal drive. Type solid-state drive. External enclosure. Power source USB bus power. Material aluminum. Cooling system none. Environmental resistance drop, water. IP rating IP55. Dimensions, LXWXH. 4.3x 2.3x 0.4 inches 10.9x 5.8x 1.0 centimeters. Packaging info. Package weight 0.36 pounds. Box dimensions, LXWXH, 5.3x 4x 1.3 inches. SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2. From the brand trusted by professional photographers worldwide, the SanDisk Extreme Pro Portable SSD provides powerful solid-state performance in a rugged, dependable storage solution. Nearly 2 times as fast as our previous generation. SanDisk Extreme Pro Sub, registered sign. Sub, Portable SSD 4TB V2. Media. Slide 1 of 4, show larger image, SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2. Slide 1 of 4, zoom in, SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2048. Slide 2 of 4, zoom in, SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2031. Slide 3 of 4, zoom in, SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2. Slide 4 of 4, zoom in, SanDisk Extreme Pro registered sign. Portable SSD 4TB V2. Fast and dependable. Fast and dependable. Get powerful NVMe solid-state performance featuring 2000 MBs 1 read-write speeds in a portable drive that's reliable enough to take on any adventure. Work faster and longer. Work faster and longer. Save time storing and transferring data with a forged aluminum chassis that also acts as a heatsink to deliver higher sustained speeds. Travel worry-free. Travel worry-free. Get peace of mind when you're out in the world thanks to a 5-year limited warranty and a forged aluminum chassis silicon shell combo that offers a premium feel and added protection. Tough enough to take with you. Tough enough to take with you. Up to 2-meter drop protection and IP55 water and dust resistance, 3 and a handy carabiner loop for securing to your belt or backpack all make this drive rugged enough to take anywhere. Encryption for extra security. Help keep private content private with the included password protection featuring 256-bit AES hardware encryption. 4. Professional-grade storage. From SanDisk, the brand professional photographers worldwide trust to handle best shots on their toughest assignments. SanDisk Memory Zone app for easy file management. 5 available from the Google Play Store. The SanDisk Memory Zone app lets you unlock, access and back up your phone's files in one location. It can also automatically move files from your device to your SSD to free up space. Specifications. What's in the box? Documents. Footnotes. Powered by One World Sync Content Cast.